Good evening, everyone. So tonight I just wanted to talk about the Bachmann 3-truck Shay. Well, actually I wanted to talk about the NWSL gear replacement for the 3-truck Shay. This is an HO scale model. Like I said, it's by Bachmann. They don't make this model anymore, as far as I know. They do have a few of the larger size scale models of the Shay, but I don't believe they do HO scale at this time right now. But just wanted to go over a few things. If you're ever going to replace these gears, a few things you might want to keep in mind is, because it's a dark colored model, give yourself plenty of light. So if you have a bright LED work light or whatever, something to help you out. And even if you use a sheet of paper like I have here on the back side of it, just to kind of reflect the light back up to highlight some odds and ends of the locomotive and the trucks, then you should probably do that. It'd probably help you out quite a bit when you're looking this over and trying to see what's going on and what you need to do and remove and all that sort of thing. But the way this works is, I'm sure there's plenty of other videos on YouTube showing you this, but the little screw down here that holds the truck on, so the truck is the wheel set for the Shay. That screw, once you take that off, the truck will come off, but also these two rods on either side will disconnect from that set of trucks, and this whole mechanical assembly up in the middle here. And if you're doing the set on the front, all you got to worry about is the screw and the shaft rod here. So that'll disconnect, and it just interlocks in to each other like Lego kind of thing. So not a huge deal, but I found one of the issues I had with these gears, and I don't know if you can see them that well. So they're just right in here and right up in here. But these shaft covers, these plastic shaft covers, you can see how I have a bit of crazy glue holding them in place right now, and that's because the little buttons on either side of those cover plates, I guess because of the age of the locomotive, they ended up breaking off. And if you ever get a manual showing the blow up of the model in all its parts, then you can see what I'm talking about with these cover plates. You see a little knob here and a knob here, and it just sticks into the upper part here, and the lower part down here just kind of pushes in. But like I said, those little plastic knobs had broken off for the most part. It didn't seem to matter how careful I was trying to be. I did stick a fine razor blade underneath just to kind of separate it off on either side, just to carefully separate it off. But like I said, that didn't seem to matter. I still ended up breaking them off anyways. Might have kept one or two of the knobs on each of the trucks, but yeah. So that was one of the dilemmas I had with mine, and more than likely you'll probably have with yours too. Like I said, probably the age of the model or the age of the plastic being what it is, didn't hold up too well. But another key item that you'll have to be concerned with if you're not careful is the mesh of the gear, the metal gear from NWSL, with the mesh of the plastic gear on the actual wheel. Try and blow it up here so you can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, so that gear, because it's metal, if the mesh isn't that great with the plastic gear on the actual wheel, then what's going to happen is, because of the because metal will basically chew plastic, is what will happen to your plastic gears on your wheel sets if you're not careful. So it's really important that the distance on the shaft, like you'll see little nodes on the shaft that indicate where the gear needs to stop on the shaft, and that's how you're going to know how far to space these two gears apart in order to have a proper mesh on the lower set on the wheels. And the other thing to keep in mind, that these shaft cover plates here and here are also going to dictate where these metal gears are sitting on the gear shaft rod. Excuse me. So other than that, the other issue I seem to have had was because of the very low tolerance of the hole sizing on the NWSL gears. I wasn't necessarily able to get it to engage onto the gear shaft that easily. So with my particular issue, I ended up going with a 3/64 bit, which is pretty much the diameter size of the shaft rod. And I pre-drilled, carefully right through the actual gear itself, just to widen the hole in the gear. And to hold on to the gear, I actually used needle nose pliers just to hold it together and slowly send the drill bit through the hole to widen it. And yeah, out of all the methods I came across on the web and on YouTube, that actually worked out for me. And it wasn't too big to the point where the gear, the metal gear, was slipping around on the shaft. I actually got good contact, and the locomotive seems to run fine, so that wasn't too big of a deal. But just something to keep in mind is the distance of your two gears here and there. And if you look in the instructions, they're going to tell you how far to space them apart, and you'll probably use a set of vernier calipers to do that. It'll give you the best precision for setting your gear spacing. And yeah, and so the other thing I want to mention is this is going to take you quite a bit of time. This is not going to go quick. By no means is it a 20-minute job, in my opinion. But take your time with it, and if it takes you a Saturday afternoon just to do one set of trucks, so be it. Just give yourself some time and patience. And the main thing is give yourself plenty of LED lighting, or some sort of proper shop lighting, so you can see all the details on all the bits and pieces to make your fix a lot easier. So with that being said, that's all I wanted to share with you. Some of the little bits and parts of the assembly of these gears. And take your time. Try to have a lot of patience, a lot of light, and hopefully that was some value and helped you. And if you enjoyed this video, share it with a friend, like, subscribe, and have a good day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.